guys, so today we're going to be doing another declutter. This time we are going through all of my lip liners, lip pencils, lipsticks, and liquid lipsticks. So they're all laid out here. I'm going to be putting all of the ones that I am getting rid of in this little container here. This is what my liquid lipsticks and the lip crayons and lip liners were in. And then anything we're keeping I'm going to put right here. Anything I'm not sure of, I'll probably put like over in this area or something just so I can think about it and make a decision on it at the end of the video. But yeah, we're just gonna get on into it. Okay, so we'll start on the left like we always do. Over here I have my lip pencils. I have 6 of them currently. This one is a little tiny, like it's really small. It almost feels like a stylus. Lip pencil from Makeover Essentials. It came in a little palette thing, and it's a wooden pencil. It's this really brown color. It's kind of too brown for me, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that. And then we have this Technique lip liner in the shade Red. I don't think I've even swatched this before. I did bring a mirror because I figured I'd want to do lip swatches, so we're gonna go ahead and start that early. It actually worked really nicely. I am pleasantly surprised. I didn't have too much of high hopes for this because I'm not really that into like these wooden pencils, but this was actually pretty good. I actually used this Urban Decay little lip crayon thingy on top of it because I've been meaning to try it with a lip liner because it's like a more glossy lip color and it did not work on its own, but it actually looks really pretty with this lip liner. So I think I'm going to keep this and actually try it out a bit more because I hadn't really given it much of a fair shot and it actually looks really beautiful. Okay, then we have this Sephora lip liner. This is their lip liner to go in the shade Deep Aubergine. That one's really nice. It's really smooth as opposed to like these two, which are also wooden and they're a little bit harder, but I still really like the way that this one applied. I actually just swatched this one on my lips and it turned out looking a little patchy. I don't know if you can tell, but I expanded the swatch and like in the swatch itself it actually does look kind of patchy. It just ended up being darker towards the middle of my lips and then kind of bled out a little bit towards the edges, which is the exact opposite of what you want a lip liner to do, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that one. Then we have these 3 down here. First of all is the NYX retractable lip liner in the shade Nude. I love this one. That is it swatched. It's soft without being like too soft to where it bleeds outside of your lip line. I think the color of it is perfect and I love that it is retractable. So I'm gonna keep that, obviously. Then I have this one from Marcel. This is a brand that is not sold in the United States. I bought it while I was in Canada. This is the shade Pebble. It does feel really nice, and again, like it's soft, but it's not as soft as like the Sephora one. I've used it a couple times. I do think like the pigment on it is not that amazing. Like it takes a little bit to work up the pigment. But in the lip liner, it's not really that big of a deal to me because I don't really wear lip liners on their own anyway. Like I always put something over it, especially since I've only used it a couple times and it's not available in the States. I'm gonna keep this and try it out a bit more. Eventually, maybe if I end up not liking it, then I might get rid of it like in another declutter series, but for right now I'm gonna keep it and I don't know, I've been kind of liking it, so just gotta play with it a bit more. Then I have this ColourPop Lippy Pencil in the shade Lumiere and I love this. It really needs sharpened right now. This one has a similar feeling to the Marcel. It's soft but it doesn't bleed and I really like that. It keeps your lipsticks in place and everything. It's kind of a similar color to the Marcel, it's right there, but it's just a tad bit darker and a little more purpley. But yeah, these lip liners are amazing. I definitely want to get more of them in the future. Okay, now we're on to lip crayon type things. I have these 2 little NARS, what are they called? Velvet Matte Lip Pencil and then Satin Lip Pencil. So this one is in Rakujin and then we have Corella. This was a little birthday set a couple years ago. I'm keeping both of these. I really, really love these. Corella is a beautiful deep red shade, and then Mercugin is just a nice everyday shade. And this is actually one of the things that I want to use up in 2017. I don't know if that's going to be possible, but I do really love the shade and I wear it a lot. So I'm going to keep both of those. As you can tell, I've used Mercugin a lot more. I've actually had to sharpen this one, whereas this one has never been sharpened because I don't really reach for reds that much, but I do like this one a lot. Then we have this little mini Bite lip crayon in the shade Pastille. This was a 100-point perk, and I really love the shade. So far, I have been really loving the formula of this too, so I'm definitely keeping that. It's right there. I'm not going to swatch everything in here, so I really should put a stop to that because I don't need to be doing that. It's going to take up way too much time. But here is the Urban Decay Super Saturated High Gloss Lip Color in the shade F-Bomb. This one, it's a really pretty red, and it actually looked really pretty with this lip liner that I tried. It did not look pretty on its own. I know I said I'd put a stop to the swatching, but I just wanted to swatch this last one. Anyway, on its own it didn't look great, but with a lip liner it does look really pretty. And I haven't worn it at all. I tried swatching it on my lips without a lip liner and then just now with a lip liner, so I really need to wear it and give it another shot. Then I have these two e.l.f. matte lip colors in Tea Rose and Praline. I'm going to be keeping both of these. You do have to be kind of careful with these because they do have a tendency to want to like fall out of the tube. It's not going to do it now, but they do have a tendency to do that, so you want to be careful with them, but they're such an amazing product and I definitely highly recommend them. And in case you didn't know, they actually have a little shaper tool on the other side of them, so that's cool. These are both two like nude shades, but they're kind of different nudes. I don't know how well you can see it from just this, but it's kind of like a purpley mauve nude and then a more brown toned. Then I have these 4 ColourPop lippy sticks. I have these shades Lumiere, Contempo, Cami, and LBB, and I'm going to be keeping all of these. I really, really love these, and I really don't think there's a single shade of these that I'd want to get rid of, so I'm going to keep all of those. Did not get rid of any lip crayons, but I do really like my lip crayon. Now we are into lipsticks. Starting up here, we have this little Bite. I can't remember what this is called. It's a little mini double-ended lipstick thing. It has 2 cream lipsticks. One is in the shade Tangerine, and the other one is in the shade Lingonberry. They're both really pretty, really bright shades. Yeah, they both still smell good to me. They still look good and everything. I know that Bite Beauty products are more natural, so they go bad quicker, but this looks just fine. So I'm going to keep that. I really, really like the formula of those. And it's nice to have around when I want a brighter lip. Over here I have 2 Milani matte lip shades. I have Matte Naked and Matte Flirty. Matte Naked is one of my favorites. I wore this all the time when I first got that. I really, really love it. It's like the perfect nude for me. The Matte Flirty is definitely a deeper red, or like kind of a berry shade actually. Okay, I just swatched LBB up to the Milani. So this one is Milani and this one is LBB. They are very similar. I don't know, I'm gonna have to think on that. So I'll put those both in the maybes because I don't know if I want to be keeping dupes or what, so I'll have to decide on that in a minute. Then we have this Technique lipstick, and this does not have a shade name on it, but I believe it's like a very, well, not like super bright pink, but I don't know, pretty bright. It's a pretty enough shade, but I don't really see myself wearing it a whole lot, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that. And then I have my 2 MAC lipsticks, which I love. I have Pink Plaid, which is a matte, and it is a really pretty everyday color. It really is like basically the color of my lips, but it just evens everything out and it looks beautiful. And then I have Amorous, which is a satin, and it is a bit darker of a shade. It's kind of got similar vibes to like all of these over here, like these two that I have in the maybes, but it is a bit different. And I really, really like the formula of that, so I'm going to keep that. Okay, then we have this little Marc Jacobs mini in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. This was another birthday gift thing. I don't know why I haven't really been using this a lot, but the color is really beautiful and it's really creamy and everything, so definitely want to keep that. I need to make myself use it a bit more. Okay, then we have these two e.l.f. moisturizing lipsticks. I have the shade Flirty and Fabulous and then Ravishing Rose. Also, the little bottom part of this, it does pop out. It's really hard to get out, but it has a little lip balm inside, which is pretty cool. This one, I don't know why I bought this shade. Actually, I do. I thought I needed every shade in the rainbow for some reason, but that is way too bright of a pink for me, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. And then we have Ravishing Rose, which is a really pretty shade. I'm not sure if I need it though. It actually looks really similar to that Marc Jacobs one. Like, I don't know if they're similar enough to be dupes really, but it is a very similar color. The Marc Jacobs one is a lot more pigmented, and I do like that one a bit more. These e.l.f. moisturizing lipsticks are good, but they're not my absolute favorite lipstick formula, and I don't really reach for this one a whole lot, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that too. Then I have these three e.l.f. lipsticks. I can't remember what the name of these are, but this is like their $1 lipstick, and I have Posh, Sociable, and Classy. Classy is one that I used to wear all the time just because I love the color of it, but I was never really too fond of this formula. There's the color. I don't really know why I liked this color so much. It's not really something that I reach for a whole lot anymore. These do feel really nice when you first apply them and everything. The major thing I didn't like about them was how they came off the lips. Whenever they started to wear off, they kind of started to crack and just look really gross to me. They don't have the most pigment in the world either, so these just aren't my favorite, and there's no use in keeping them since I don't really love the formula. You know, I clearly have enough lipstick to last me a lifetime, so I don't need something that I'm not crazy about. This NYX Butter Lipstick in the shade Root Beer Float, I do really love this. This is a perfect everyday lipstick. Like, it's the perfect everyday shade for me, again, because it is more of like a brown toned nude. Guys, make me stop swatching every single lipstick I have. I can't do it. Anyway, that's what it looks like, and it's just super comfortable, so I really like reaching for this for like everyday wear. It's really, really nice. I like that a lot. Obviously, I'm keeping that. This Urban Decay Gwen Stefani lipstick, this is in the shade Firebird. It's a really pretty fuchsia color. The packaging on this broke though. That's what it looks like if you can see it, but it's really hard because it can come up a little bit, but then it doesn't really want to go down all the way. I have to really like work to get it to go back down, so it's annoying that the packaging did break, because see, now it's like stuck, and it's stuck, and I have to like keep turning it, and I don't know if it's gonna just get stuck permanently one day. Like, I don't really know, and you totally think that would be too bright for me, but I actually really love it. It's a really fun shade, and I really like it. It has some dimension to it. And I love this formula. I just hate that the packaging broke. That's really annoying. Then lastly, for lipsticks, I have these 4 Wet n Wild lipsticks. I have these shades Smokin' Hot Pink, 24 Karat Gold, Mauve Outta Here, and Sugar Plum Fairy. So Mauve Outta Here is probably my favorite, of course. It's like the nudist shade, I guess. That is really beautiful. And I do really like the formula of these, so I'm keeping that. And 24 Karat Gold, it is a really fun orange shade, and I really, really like that. So keeping that. Sugar Plum Fairy is the one that I didn't really love that much. I love the color of it, but it's a little bit patchy. So that's really annoying. I don't know if you can really tell, but it is a bit patchy. I hate the packaging of these because it sticks out and I always get it everywhere. But it is kind of close to these two, so I want to swatch them side by side and kind of compare. Yeah, that's practically identical to LBB, sorry, from ColourPop. Okay, so on this hand, I just did one swipe swatches of each of these three. This is the Milani, and then ColourPop, and Wet n Wild. So the Wet n Wild one, you can tell it's a little patchy. I am going to go ahead and get rid of that one. I didn't realize how similar in color these two were, but I'm actually noticing that the Milani does look a little bit patchy as well, and I like the way that the ColourPop one applied more. So I am going to keep that one, and I think I'm going to get rid of the Milani. I wasn't expecting that. This is why I need to stop with all the swatches. My hands are all stained and red, and my lips are all red. But anyway, next is this Wet n Wild lipstick in Smokin' Hot Pink. I am going to have to swatch this one though, because I'm not sure how it turns out. That's actually a really, really pretty color, so I'm going to keep that. I'm already running out of space. I'm gonna put that down there. Now we're moving on into my liquid lipsticks. I'm gonna start actually down here with the ColourPop ones. Okay, so on the right are my ultra matte lips, and then on the left are the ultra satins. Or this is my left and my right. I guess to you guys this is right and left, right? Yeah. So I really, really like the ultra satin lips. The ultra matte lips though are not my favorite formula. This one in Lumiere 2, it's actually like breaking up inside the tube, if that makes sense. It's just separating and it looks all weird, and I'm a little apprehensive to put that on my mouth because I'm not sure how like that affects the formula, if it means that it's gone bad. It doesn't smell any different, at least not that I can tell. But it is separating and it won't stop doing that no matter how much I mix it up. So I'm gonna get rid of that. I don't really know if that's cause for concern, but for me, it's just not worth it, and these aren't my favorite formula. This one I think is really similar in color to like LBB and everything that we just got rid of once it dries down. At first, it doesn't look like as dark and everything. It actually looks like a really, really pretty color. This one is Bad Habit, but it does dry down a lot darker. I want to see how both of these dry down. This one is in Clueless, and this one I believe was my favorite of the matte lips, but I do want to see what color it dries down to. So we're gonna give those a second. But these, the Ultra Satin lips, I have Little Stitches, Alyssa, and Magic Wand. So Magic Wand has been kind of cracking inside the tube a little bit, but I don't think that that's any cause for concern. It doesn't smell any different from the others, and as far as I can tell, it's still good. I am going to go ahead and swatch these just to see, because they do look very similar inside the tubes. This one in Bad Habit is actually not that similar to those. This is the ColourPop one that I kept, and then this is the Milani that I got rid of, but I just wanted to see how similar it was, and it's actually not really. I think I might keep that. That looks really, really pretty. I don't know if I should keep them or not, because they're not really my favorite formula. I'm actually going to put that in the maybe, and I'm going to put that in the maybes too. So these three, I really do like the formula of. They are pretty similar. They're those three right here. Magic Wand is the most different, so I am going to keep that one. I don't know if I should keep both Little Stitches and Alyssa though. I think they are different enough actually, so I'm going to keep all three of those because I really, really love the formula of that. But then over here, we have some little mini NYX Liquid Suede lipsticks. I haven't really tried these out too much. I wore this one the other day. This is Soft Spoken, and I actually saw somewhere that this is a dupe, a color dupe for Kat Von D's Lolita. So it's a really, really pretty shade. I'm not going to swatch it because I need to stop swatching everything, but I really like that one a lot. And then this one is more like a greige kind of shade, and it is Brooklyn Thorn, and then I have Cherry Skies, which is a deep red. I do want to swatch this. That's really, really pretty. I do really want to keep that as well. Brooklyn Thorn. Let's see how gray toned it is. That's it right there. That's very gray. Okay, that is like pretty much straight up gray. I'm not really sure how I feel about that. That's gonna go into maybes as well, because I'm not sure how I feel about that color on me. Then we have this NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Sydney. I wore this the other day and I just wasn't super fond of this shade in this formula. It's like a baby doll pink and it just doesn't really look right being matte like on me. It's not really the right shade. I only bought this shade because it was the only one that was there at the store. It's really hard to find NYX. So I do want to try this formula out again because it felt really nice and everything, but I would definitely get a different shade. This one is just not for me. Then over here we have this NYX Lip Lingerie in the shade Bedtime Flirt. I've been talking about this on my channel for the longest time. I've been obsessed with this ever since I got it. I love the shade. The formula is really nice too. Probably not my favorite lipstick or liquid lipstick formula, but I do really like it and I love the color, so I'm keeping that. Then I have this little mini Kat Von D Everlasting liquid lipstick in the shade Outlaw. This is the perfect red shade, so definitely keeping that. Over here actually is a full-size version of the liquid lipstick from Kat Von D in the shade Double Dare. I'm obsessed with this shade as well. It is beautiful. Then for Christmas one year, I think it was a couple years ago, I got this little kit of these mini melted liquid lipsticks from Too Faced. So I did really like these two, like the regular ones. I didn't really like the metal versions. So I have Melted Metallic Peony and Melted Metallic Macaroon. This one, for some reason, is really watery, so I don't like that. I'm gonna get rid of that. And then this one is pretty, but it's just way too light for me, I think. I don't know, it's not really the right shade for me, and very metallic, and I'm just not into that really, so I'm gonna get rid of those two. These two I loved though, Melted Chihuahua and Melted Berry. They're so pretty. Let me make sure that the formula is still the same and everything. That's actually pretty similar to the rest of those, but it's a little bit lighter and I really love this. That's it right there. Keeping those two. So then we just have 3 left in the maybe pile. So I think I am going to keep Clueless because I really love this shade. And this one I actually do reach for a lot. This one in Bad Habit is really pretty, but I feel like it is very similar to all the lipsticks in this area, and so I don't really need it. I don't really reach for it a whole lot because I'm not a huge fan of the formula, so I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that one as well. I really cannot decide on this gray lipstick, you guys. Like, a part of me thinks it's kind of cool and edgy, whatever, but then another part of me thinks it looks really weird on me. But at the same time, I'm not wearing any makeup right now, so having just this on my lips is a little bit weird. I don't know, I think it could be kind of cool, so I think I'm gonna give it a try. If I don't like it with any makeup look, then I will go ahead and get rid of it, but for now, I'm gonna keep it and try it out because I haven't really worn it with makeup at all. Okay, so we're gonna dump these out. I just want to show you guys everything that we're getting rid of. Let me just double check real quick that this is everything that I want to get rid of. Okay, so we're keeping 36 and we're getting rid of 15. I don't know, guys, I'm a little disappointed. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I could have gotten rid of more. I don't know. But I actually really like everything that I kept, at least the stuff that I've had an adequate chance to try out. The other stuff, of course, if I felt like it had good potential, then I kept it. And we will see within the next few weeks or months or however long it takes me to use them and decide if I like them or not. And if I don't, I will go ahead and get rid of them at that point and update you maybe in another declutter video. But for right now, this is all I'm going to get rid of. And plus, I have been a lot more conscious about purchasing lipsticks in particular. That is one thing that I have pretty much cut out, because I know that I don't need any more lipsticks. Actually, I think I decided I want to get rid of this gray lipstick. This is Brooklyn Thorn, the NYX Liquid Suede. I'm just not really digging it on me. I don't know. I don't really like it. So I think it would be a really cool color on someone else, but I just am not really fond of it on me. So that makes it 16 to 35, which I guess is a little tiny bit better. But I think that's gonna be it for this declutter. So if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to see the rest of my declutter series, and I will also have my declutter playlist in the description below so you can go and binge watch all of those. Leave me a comment what you want me to declutter next. It's getting really close to the end, you guys. I have eyeshadow palettes and then my blushes, bronzers, and highlighters, which I'm really nervous about those because I'm just like, I don't really know what all I'm gonna get rid of in those videos. It's gonna be really hard. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!